Sell a lot of them here at HSN. But there's one that really stands apart, and that's always going to be an iPad. It is virtually a flawless, wonderful experience. But what's the problem with iPads? Typically, it's very expensive for us to go get because they're beautiful quality, people stand in line for them, but you're plunking out all the money at once. The one reason we sell so many Apple products at HSN so successfully is for this. Right now, we have 5 flex pays on all the choices I'm about to tell you, so you can spread your payments out at five months. They're not going to do that at Apple. We also have VIP financing if you have your HSN card. They don't offer that at Apple at all. Also, we're going to give you an incredible return policy right now. Apple gives you 14 days to decide if you want their iPad. After that 14 days, if you don't get it back, you don't get a refund. We are now giving you until the end of January to be able to put this through its paces, and if you don't absolutely tremendously love it, you have and can send it back. So instead of 14 days, we are basically giving you almost 4 months, and we're still gonna refund your money. What are you getting? You're getting the unit itself, which I'll explain all the breakdown in just a second. You're gonna get a keyboard, you're getting a case to go along with it, and a neoprene case, so that comes with it. You're getting a strap handle holder, you're getting a stand to go with it, a cleaning cloth, you get Stylus. You're also gonna get your charge plug, and you're getting a screen protector. Also, with our configuration, there's of course even more. You are getting an Essentials for iPad Deluxe 4 voucher. It'll be a card, don't throw it away. It's got really cool apps and stuff that you can get. Now, let me break down your options. You have the silver or you have the space gray. Now in the space gray, and let me tilt that, it's a really beautiful dark gray. I love space gray. I think it's super sexy. Here's what I have left. In space gray, in 256 gigs, here are the colors that remain. Are you ready? We're starting over here because you also get the over-the-ear headsets. We have rose gold. Beside that, we've got your beautiful pearlized white. We have 6 dozen left here. We have a silver that comes with a gray case and silver headsets. There's 5 dozen here. And then we have the black, which is an all black set, and there's only 2 dozen now remaining. That's the only way you can get the 256 gigabytes. What I always say, it's 4 times the memory, but not 4 times the price. If you can swing it, you always want to go for as much memory as you can get. Now, in the space gray or the silver, I have virtually all the colors. In fact, all the colors you see. We've got the black, we have the silver, we have the white, we have the rose gold, then in the back we have the red. The next one's gonna be our capri, which is like an aqua set, and we have a leopard. Is the pastel tie-dye gone? Is there a teeny bit left? Maybe, I think we have the pastel tie-dye, but it's not here. Okay, so we have a teeny bit left in that. Oh, thanks guys, you're showing a line run for me. All right, Mr. Bill, I've kind of gone through that. And by the way, that's available in 64 gigs in your space gray or your silver at this point. So, wow, Bill. That's a lot of info.
Well, you get a lot when you get an iPad if you shop at HSN, that's just it. But being that this is the 9th generation, Suzanne, this is the most affordable iPad in the market. HSN just included a bunch of great extras, such as this great holder that I'm using right over here, so I'm not gonna drop it if I'm walking around or using it as an e-reader or just watching a show. But one of the upgrades that we wanted to show you right off the top with this Generation 9 is they've improved the cameras. Do you have a tablet or a phone and the better cameras in the back? That's not good for FaceTiming and Zooming. So when they designed this 9th generation, they put the better camera in the front. Then, instead of having to live in the little box for that entire Zoom call, they gave us center stage. So all of a sudden I want to get more ice cream, I'm getting up. I'm not taking the device with me. It's gonna follow me around as I'm moving around the kitchen, the apartment, the office. Can your phone do this? Can your tablet do this? They sell devices, Suzanne, that just do this, that follow you around and follow the kids around. But then, can it check your emails? Can you use it to, get online and shop and do all that stuff? Your iPad is not a one-trick pony. I'm using mine right now in the kitchen. I can take it to the living room or the bedroom or even on a trip, and it's still gonna keep me connected. But what you have to realize, with this 9th generation, it's the most affordable iPad that even Apple sells, but it's also more capable. And that capability allows us to do a lot of different things. It has that new Apple A13 chip, which is a faster processor, which is great because a lot of us have had an iPad for a few years, and maybe it's time to upgrade. Maybe it's time to enjoy better speeds and better processing capability, and that's what you're gonna walk away with. It still weighs 1 pound, but they flipped the camera quality, so that front-facing camera is a better quality camera. So you're gonna use it more, and that's just it. That's how we use it. We wanna be actually, we need to be connected. We need to see the doctor and the office and all of that stuff. You still have finger touch ID, and it actually still has the home button, which is important because the other generations that are coming out, they're getting rid of the home button. So if you're familiar with what you like in an Apple iPad, this 9th generation gives you that A13 chip, upgraded camera, upgraded processor, and those are all the things that, are kind of under the hood, but things you'll appreciate. And I know, Suzanne, you have an iPad or two. And I have one as well, and I upgraded to this one, primarily because, we were Skyping a lot with school and work and all that stuff. But my older one worked. It was just slower. And the fact that I got more memory, better processor, better camera, and I upgraded. I knew I was going to get my money's worth out of it. And the old one that still worked, I handed it off.
Well, I did kind of the same thing. It was really funny. I was like, oh, I don't need a new iPad. There's no reason to. And then I saw how good the newer one was. I was like, okay, I kind of need one. So I went ahead and I got the new iPad, and then I gave my son my old iPad, and he's perfectly happy with it. I mean, he's 26 years old. He was thrilled to get an iPad. He's like, he loves it. So even after you use this for several years, it still gets updated. It still gets the new software. You get all the stuff you love. But by upgrading, you really will see a dramatic difference. I didn't think I would, Bill. I honestly thought, no, it's not going to be that big of a deal. It was a really big deal. And it's really awesome because we have such a huge package. And remember, it's a Black Friday deal. Wow. That's great, guys. We're literally doing all the deals you usually have to wait on. We're doing them right now. Now, I do want to mention, Bill, I'd love your advice on this too. I always say, buy as much memory as you can.
Sure.
So we give you 4 times the memory in the 256 gig than you do in the 64.
Right.
But we don't charge you 4 times the price for it. So again, if you want, all we have left is space gray in the 4 front colors you're seeing in front of me on the biggest amount of memory.
Oh, good point.
Why would you recommend that?
I definitely would recommend it if you can do it, because think about it. You've had your iPad for quite a few years. Yes. I've had mine going on 10 years. That means 10 years of storage. That's where 256 really comes into play.
Sure does.
Even if you're a solo user, like some families, they definitely benefit from having 256 gigabytes because it's the kids' photos, the kids' gaming, the kids, all that. But it's also what you need for work. It doesn't get any heavier either. And I'll be honest with you, Suzanne, my computer has 128 gigabytes of storage. This is double. And this is another crazy thing. With that new processor, they are actually telling us, we can say, computing going forward is going to be more tablet-driven. Because in the past, those original tablets, they were fun for playing a game in the backseat of the car, or maybe getting some online shopping on a bigger screen. But now we have computing capability. We have computer memory sizes all in the palm of your hand. And I know for a lot of us, it's like, wait, but I need that full-size keyboard, and I need those ports. Do you really? Do you? And that's where you appreciate the fluidity of how this runs. Because yes, I can use it for fun, but I can use it, yes, to be productive, for school, for going back to school, or, just keeping the kids entertained at the end of the day. But with our bundle, remember, you're getting more. Yes, a longer return time, the longest ever because you're shopping right now. But one thing you don't even notice on here, there's a screen protector on here. If you ever had a screen protector before and you pop it on, it's all bubbly. Nope, this is a tempered glass screen protector. Want to make sure it's protected. Then you're going to put it in a case. And this is something you have to think about. Whether you get silver or space gray, they all have that black bezel. So when you pop it in a case, you're really going to be looking at the front of it with the bezel. And that case is going to keep it protected. But check this out. It looks like a laptop. It performs pretty much like a laptop the way this sets up, because you're also getting that full-size keyboard in here. And where does that come into play? I'm using it for work or to send an email. The digital keyboard is taking up half my screen, which is nice and convenient because, yes, I can hunt and peck. It does have a microphone where I can just speak to it and it will do all the typing. But by turning on my keyboard right down here, you'll notice the digital one disappears and I have more workspace. And that's really where it's awesome because, it's working on a movie, it's doing some shopping, ordering airplane tickets, all that stuff. And that's where you benefit from investing in an Apple product because there's some cachet to it. It's kind of nice and fun to show it off. But the fact that it's reliable, it's going to be your go-to, and it lasts. That longevity is really where you get your money's worth out of this, because there's nothing worse as a parent or as a gift giver or even on yourself, you spoil yourself and you don't use it because it's just good for weddings or, tax season or the holidays. This gets used all the time, even as our interests change, as our family needs change. It's fun. There's a lot of products here, and each host here has their little niche. You're a crafter. We got our jewelry girls, our fashion girls. Some go all cross categories. Everyone, whether they're techie or not, is comfortable on an iPad.
Right.
And that familiarity and comfortableness makes it something that, oh, let me get online. let me check, let me see what's happening. And that's where it's empowering for everyone out there.
Okay, just so you know, we also have the cool pencil with the pencil wrap. That is back in stock and available. It's really handy. I only have less than 300 left of those. I don't think I have a lot. And just to give you a quick update, because this has aired multiple times throughout the day, remember, it's our Black Friday deal. We're just doing it early. If you want the 256 gigabytes, here's the color we have left, which really doesn't matter because once you put it in the case, which you will typically, it doesn't matter what color it is, but I think space gray is beautiful. There are now only about 270 left. The choices you have to get all the accessories are going to be your rose gold, that's your pearlized white, that's your silver, and then in front of Bill is the all black set. Now for me, I think the all black set is the easiest for gift giving. You know, like anybody will be happy. I mean, anybody would be happy if they got this as a gift, trust me, because it's an iPad. But it's great because that doesn't matter, guy, girl, does not matter. There's only 2 dozen left in the black. But if you can swing it, because we have FlexPay, and more importantly, because we have VIP financing with your HSN card, go for as much memory as you can. The problem is when you reach the memory max and you've got to start taking things off your iPad, you're like, oh, well, that kind of stinks. Yeah. So do it while you can. And here's what we're doing. According to the price of the iPad, you're going to either get 12-month VIP financing or 18-month. That is no interest. Because of the price point, we don't charge interest on that. That's unheard of when it comes to credit, right? So as long as you pay it off in 12 or 18 months, you're going to get charged no interest whatsoever. So pull out that HSN card. Now, if you don't have it, you can apply online. You get $40 off the first purchase, which that's going to end pretty quick. So you can apply right now and take advantage of all that by having our card. That's one of the really important goodies you get because you have our card. The other thing that I wrote down on the very top of my card, and I normally wouldn't do this any other time of the year, but I wrote this note to myself. I said, never a better time than right now because of our extended return. It's
true.
This is something that if you have a regular credit card, you want to use just our regular FlexPay, you're getting 5 months to pay it off. And also we're layering free shipping, which is great. It's a huge package. You're getting a bunch of stuff, right? But it's the extended return. This is the best time to get the iPad because you get to really put it through all its paces and you don't have to return it until the end of January. Then you can return it, we'll still refund your money. At Apple, if I were to buy this exact iPad that comes with none of our accessories, you don't get anything. You gotta buy all that separately and that adds up to hundreds and hundreds of dollars. With nothing, you get 14 days. You get 2 weeks to figure out, oh no, I don't like it, and run back to the mall and fight the traffic and hope you get there before the store closes. 2 weeks versus almost 4 months. It is our largest test window of trying any product at HSN.
And that's just it. You are buying it at the right time because you do have that longer time. Even if you grab this in December, if we have any, we still give you longer time than Apple. But more importantly, this is the window to really grab it. Get it in your hands. See the upgrade. Appreciate the upgrade. One thing you have to realize, yes, you can buy this at Apple. It's their 9th generation iPad. It comes in the Apple box, which we all love to show that off as well. And one thing you might not realize, even though you're shopping at HSN, I can walk into the Apple store and ask them a question on this Apple product because they still stand by the hardware of what you're getting. And I just love the upgrade stories because I have an iPad that it's a 2nd generation. It's bought it in 2012, 16 gigabytes of memory. Wow. 256. It's a better screen resolution, faster processor. And that 10-year-old one, it still works. It's good for playing solitaire on the treadmill and that kind of stuff. But even that, it's a little slow. The commercials load a little slow and all that. I want to make it efficient. I want to enjoy, what I need to get done, or more importantly, enjoy my breaks. Another thing, because this is a new iPad and all new iPads out there, everyone gets 3 months to Apple TV. So that's another nice added savings in terms of what you're getting and including. And I did mention you could walk into the Apple store and ask them a question. However, I think they're closed right now. So we also include something we normally only do when it's a today's special, 3 years of online tech support. So if you have a question and you don't want to go to the Apple store, you can come right over here. You go down to the Mac U for 3 years. I think I have it preloaded. Oh, actually, I was streaming, sorry. You go to the Mac U and it's online. Oh, that's Apple TV. Okay, you get all this great stuff. You have online video support. So Suzanne, I know you work in iMovie. I've worked in iMovie. Occasionally we have questions. Do I have to go to a class? Nope, I can just swipe through over here and it'll give me a nice video tutorial of what's good and new about iMovie. And that's what you appreciate about having the Mac U for 3 years, plus 6 other apps and services and essentials that really get you comfortable with your iPad, or use it in a different way. Use it for your accounting, use it to learn a language. Or think of it this way, you're getting the iPad and a bunch of great extras. A lot of them are individually boxed. So I handed off my old one to my niece. I gave her the tablet essential package, a stand, a cleaning cloth, and a stylus. My nephew, he likes to play a lot of loud music. I gave him the over-the-ear headphones because you know what? They just plug and play, and that's great. And the fact that this is a big configuration, individually boxed, a neoprene case, the holder that you've been using, the screen protector, which is important, this is where you really are spending your dollar wisely on the most affordable iPad.
Let's add one more thing, and you've got it hidden right here, but
that got a little water
this
damage.
did get a lot of water damage. Yours won't look like this when it comes at home. But this card in my little hand is a $500 value.
Yeah.
Ignore the pink on it, okay? Sorry about that. But this is a $500 value by itself, and it's a whole bunch of apps and fun stuff that you can do on your
And that's it. You can even break up those apps and services. I gave the 2 years of learning a language to my niece, so this summer she was still, brushing up on her Spanish.
That's brilliant.
And that's just it. Apple's a brilliant investment, but it's an investment in yourself, or actually, you know what's cool? It is October 1st. Even if you're thinking the holidays, you can't go wrong with an iPad. No one's ever, oh, you got me an iPad.
Really? You bought me an iPad?
I wanted that no-name one that doesn't have a good battery. Or more
the
important,
bad screen.
Right, exactly, with a smaller screen and all that. But what I appreciate too is when you give someone an iPad, they know you spent top dollar, or it's a gift for yourself. Or what I was actually gonna say was, my nephew once asked for an iPad for Christmas, and we're like, that's precocious. I mean, you're good and you're cute, but really? But Santa's helper was like, he's not gonna outgrow it. And it's so true. He's gone from like Legos and soccer to the volleyball now, but he still goes back to the iPad, plays his games, watches movies, and I'll be honest, it's his iPad. Mom gets on there. She checks her emails and all that kind of stuff because, she's in the back seat with him or something like that. It's a great, reliable device, and if you got by with one right now, maybe it's time to upgrade, or maybe it's time to get a second one, because when it's the most affordable iPad out there, when it has more storage and more capability, that's where you appreciate how it delivers. And remember, it performs like a laptop these days. I want to come down here, and there's things.
Wait, can I just point something out real quick,
Please,
guys? Because we have so few quantity left, my producer just alerted me. He popped up the total that remain. We have 510. That's it. This is our Black Friday deal. We're just doing it massively early. So again, only 510, and we've got a lot of you on hsn.com. That, by the way, is the quickest way to jump in and especially get that to the 256 gigabyte. You go to hsn.com or use your phone, open up your camera on your phone and walk up to the scan code. It'll take you right there and then you get it. It was funny, my producer Dustin wanted the Today Special and we were between airings and I was looking at the quantity we had live. I could see it ticking. And he wanted the 65-inch. And I go, Dustin, we only have 70 left. And he goes, oh, I better hurry up and get it. And he did, he got it. And it sold out before we went back on the air with it. So the numbers aren't joking, is I guess my whole point. I warned him, I'm like, Dustin, I'm looking live. I can see the screen that counts how many we have left. So it's a really big deal. When we say 510 total, that's total in all the choices. The 64 gig, the 256 gig, and all the different colors, which really, when you break it down, comes to, I've got 10 in this, I've got 10 in that, I've got maybe 20 in this color, but specifically, always the 256 is the most popular. Here's what you're getting. You're ordering the space gray, and you have your choice of the rose gold. I love the pearlized white. We have the silver, and then we have the black, but the black is, I've got 12 left in the black. You gotta get the black now. Now, everybody gets a neoprene case, which is great for protection. You get the actual cover for it. You get the keyboard to go along with it. I don't know if you noticed, but I actually popped this on because it's really handy, honestly. Nice? There's a strap for the back of your iPad that allows you to hold it with one hand. That's included. You're getting the stand to go with it. This is awesome in the kitchen.
I love that.
I was literally making a recipe that was spinach, feta, and puff pastry. And I have to follow recipes like to the T because I'm a horrible baker and cooker. I hate to cook. Anyway, this is handy because you put your iPad on it and you can watch your show, recipe, and this is also adjustable and it collapses.
Great for your phone too.
Oh, it is good for your phone. You're getting your stylus, there's the keyboard. You're getting the plug, which is really handy because they don't offer that much anymore. Here's your screen protector that goes with it as well. So we have this really, and the voucher, which isn't here, is a $500 value separate from the entire collection. And this is the only place you'll get all the goodies. Because it's funny. You'll see people go to buy an iPad at the Apple store. You've done this, right? You walked in the store. Now, I wouldn't buy it from there, but you can. Anyway, and what happens is when they leave, they've spent hundreds more buying the case, the keyboard, the stylus. Oh, and by the way, you get the over-the-ear collapsible headphones. Even the headphones are no joke. Like, they're really serious headphones.
Nice cushion, good audio, plug and play, very easy. But what you're seeing right here is with this iPad, it's that 9th generation. It is the most affordable in the marketplace, yet you still have a Retina display, you still have great cameras, you still have that lightweight design, 10-hour battery life, and you're gonna see something coming up here, and Suzanne alluded to it earlier. It says you get the operating system 15. you're actually getting an update. You get the free updates.
Oh, that's awesome.
So when this came out, it had 15. We just got the 17 update this week. So you're gonna get the latest operating system. What you'll notice, this is what Apple's great about. Actually, remember when they come out with updates, you had to go buy it again?
right, yeah.
And it was like, oh, here we go again. No, you just come down to your settings. You see actually the red dot's right there. And the red dot's gonna tell me software update. And now I'm gonna get the latest operating system. And I'll tell you, sometimes there's big departures and jumps where it's like, but most of the time, they're making it more secure. They're making it more reliable. So it's going to last you longer. That's that Apple ecosystem. Because if I take a photo on my phone, it's going to populate over here. If I have photos of Suzanne and I from way back when to tonight, they're all right over here. This is one, actually, should we zoom in and show them the clarity?
Yeah, let's show.
Here's a Christmas in July. Suzanne and I.
so ungodly hot.
So hot outside. I mean, we're
horrible.
We're doing our gig outside. Got the cute little bob going. But I don't know if you guys can see the sweat stains on the shirt and all that stuff. It was hot. And the thing is, Christmas happened.
That picture's really, really old.
And
that, look at the clarity and the detail of the picture itself.
I love the clarity.
The screen is amazing.
I love the fact that I can find it. Because have you ever been like, where's that photo? I know I took it. What phone ago was that or whatever? That's that reliability of having more storage in one place. And then you're gonna have fun with it. We all do this. We jump onto YouTube. We're watching something. I'm watching Suzanne get crafty over here. And it's like, what's going on? I was like, who are you with this guy? You see how fast and responsive it is? Boom, I come right over here to go full screen, which is great. And also, can you hear that audio at home? Well, guess what? I can either plug in headphones, I can use Bluetooth as well, and I can see what is happening, enjoy what's happening. And then as Suzanne is saying, you know, you might want to pick up this or try that, you go and grab your phone, right? You don't have to do that. You swipe up from the bottom, so while you're multitasking, you can do two things at once. I come over to hsn.com, I just drag it to where I want it to go. Am I opening up another window or am I having to wait and delay? No. Suzanne, have you ever been there where you hit something and then you're just in buffering land? Yeah. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Actually, it's funny, you were talking about Dustin and ordering and things get limited. It's like, oh, I want to get this. You hit the Today Special and you're waiting, or do you get a response like this, where it is fast and fluid? And I'll be honest with you, if you're not, in demand of being connected and getting stuff done fast and paying your bills and the efficiency of what we live in 2023, fine. But trust me, I like the fact when, I have to reply to an email or get a text message, because you can get text messages on here, send it back, reply. I go back to watching my show. I go back to taking my nap. I go back to my life versus being connected. And the cool part about it, this pretty much is a computer. If you are thinking of someone who, a lot of people have talked about retiring and all this and that, and it's like, well, I need a computer. I had a computer at the office, or I needed a desktop like we've had all these years. Do you really? Or can you just get away with an iPad and have all that great storage, have a great name, and realize anywhere you get an iPad, you're not gonna be walking around with it willy-nilly like this. You're gonna get a case, and all the other accessories we've started to include, a keyboard, a screen protector, are some of the top, even headphones, are some of the top accessories everyone always picks up. We've included it.
And by the way, if you want to get the 64 gig, we have it both in the silver and the space gray. And all the colors you see up here, I have in 64 in both versions. So I don't, if you decide 64 is maybe more in your budget, and you're like, okay, that's kind of what I want to go for, and that is a lot of gigabytes. 64 gigs, probably more than you have on your laptop. But 64 gigs is good. Just note that I got it in all the colors here, which include the leopard. I think we're calling this Capri. I'm pretty sure it's called Capri. This one here is our red. So we have the red, and then I have all my 4 colors down below. So if you are going 64, maybe that's more of a price point thing, then realize you do have a little bit more options. But because we only have now maybe 450 left total, that is 256, 64 in all the options you see here, which means, again, we've got a couple dozen here, 20 or 30 in another choice. It is the time to go, you know what, I'm gonna finally treat myself to an iPad. We load it up. You guys, you get 4 months to try this out. You get 14 days from Apple. There, in 14 days, you can refund your money. If you miss it, they're like, hey, you're stuck with it. With us, you have till the end of January right now, because we've done our extended holiday returns, to really try it. And if you're not happy by the end of January, we're still gonna give you a refund, which is unheard of. Also, if you just wanna use a regular credit card, you have 5 months to pay it off with any major card. If you wanna use your HSN card, it is a perfect time to whip that out. But with either one of the price points, it's either gonna be 12 months VIP financing or 18 months. Because it's over a certain price, that is interest-free. Can you imagine interest-free credit card charging for 18 months as long as you pay it off in 12 or 18 months?
I would love that.
I mean, that's hundreds of dollars in interest you're not paying because you're using our HSN
can do that with my car.
And then, I know, well, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
And then we have free shipping. So if it weren't enough, let's just, and it's a nice box, because it comes with all this extra stuff, right? So you get free shipping, which saves you, I can't read it, it's too far away, almost $14 in shipping alone. Thank you, but you can't read it either. It's not just me. It's just, you can't, it's way far away. $14 in shipping, all because you buy it tonight. Now understand, with just a couple left, and we've got, I don't know, maybe, I don't know how many we have left. It can't be much now, maybe 300, 400. This is the moment to get the iPad you've dreamed of owning, because it really is the ultimate tablet experience. And as Bill said, and what I have experienced, I use it for years and years to come. It's not like it's a tablet you go, oh, 2 years in, oh, I gotta really upgrade, it's old fashioned now. Literally, I didn't really need to upgrade my old one, but because the new one was substantially different, that's when I did it. Oh, show them, that's hilarious, thank you.
I was just able to actually watch the show on my tablet, screen grab the show on my tablet,
Took a picture.
and I pinched and zoomed because the monitors were too far away, but I could see free shipping, $15.47.
It's almost $16.
Right?
Okay, there we go.
And the thing is, that's the responsiveness that we appreciate. Have you been there, you're watching a show, and like, who is this actress? I know the actress. And by the time you find the information or get the answer, what show was I watching? It's just like, you want to be able to compute with how you're computing, whether you're fast and whippy and snappy or young or old. That's why this has been fun to get. And I'm actually going to share something, Suzanne. I've got my schedule for the next week. I don't have this again.
Sorry, one second.
ahead.
If you wanted the 256 gigabyte in the black, it is not an option. That is now gone. All right, the next one to go is going to be my silver. And by the way, silver case, you have gray headphones, and you have this really cool evergreen neon case. There's 3 dozen left here. So here's what I'm saying. In the 256, the only option you now have is space gray and these 3 colors. If you're gonna go for the black and you still want something that's really neutral, I would do the silver in a heartbeat. Then white too. I think the white's gorgeous, by the way. And then this one's called our rose gold. So if you want 256, which we are highly recommending, get as much memory as you can get, okay? It's 4 times the memory, but obviously not 4 times the price. That's the space gray. Now, what's gonna happen when these 3 are gone, you're gonna get the space gray or the silver, and maybe there'll be a couple hundred left, and you have all the options, including the black. So if you still did want the black, you've gotta go for the 64 gig.
Okay.
That's all that's available in the black now.
And remember, with an iPad, you have that 64 gigabytes in perpetuity.
Yeah,
you pretty much, it's a fixed memory. That one that I had for the 10 years, that was a 16 gigabyte. So I did find myself occasionally, I'm like, oh, I don't need that airline app anymore. I'll go back to this airline app. And you know, you do the jostling and juggling. If you're comfortable working in the cloud, 64 gigabytes is great. But truly, if you can go 256, instead of having to buy 4 64 gigabyte iPads, you get 1, and that's gonna mean more storage of family photos. That's gonna mean more different apps and projects you have running in the background. And Suzanne, I think you've even admitted you've gotten more proficient, not at just creating your own content because of the quality of the cameras, but even editing your own stuff, because truly, I mean, it's simple as just dragging and dropping and splicing and editing. And also, it's, you know, using that other part of the brain that you might not have thought about using before, because wait a second, I can do this. I can actually move this clip from here to there. How do I do it? Because you don't need the mouse, you don't need the big cursor. You are the cursor, and you just drag it over to here. You edit it down. You want to add different music. And that's where you have fun with it. You know, you capture different bits of audio, you put the little sound effects in, and then when you post it to social media or you share it with friends, like, how did you do that? That wasn't there originally. And that's the creative fun that you have with it. There's nothing worse when you get technology home and it's too confusing or too daunting. And then that investment does sit there. And the fact that we are giving you more time to make sure this does work for you, if you're an Apple user, you get it. You want to upgrade. You need to upgrade because you want more memory or the better processor. But truly, if you're new, it's the best actually time to try it because of that extended holiday return time. Because like my aunt, you know, I won't say her age, but you know, she was done. She was retired. She had a computer and a phone. She's like, do I need a tablet? But she wanted to try it. And you know, there's other tablets out there. And you know, she bought one. No name, $100, $200. She watched some movies. She could do some banking online. And she liked it. She traveled with it, and then it would last a year. She'd go and buy another one, go and buy another. And it was cute, because a few years ago, she's like, is it worth it that I get an iPad? I'm like, Kathy, if you're online as much, and if you're taking it, you know, to my mom's house and watching TV in her guest room on here and all that, you'll love it. You'll appreciate it. And you know, she's a stylish lady. She likes to have some classy stuff in her life, as you might as well. So go for a top-tier brand. Oh yeah, she's upgraded.
Is she
loves
thrilled?
it. Oh, it was funny. The other day she FaceTimed me. She didn't even know she FaceTimed me. She was camera ready, which is great.
Thank God. Your aunt accidentally FaceTiming could be a little awkward.
Actually, it was a group FaceTime chat.
Oh,
she FaceTimed
wow.
me and my mom and all that. And the thing is, before, could she have FaceTimed any of us? Probably not.
That's
It's
true.
that easy and intuitive. And actually, another cool thing, like, you can set this up how you want to. You can go to each individual app. You can talk to Siri in terms of holding down the home button. And one thing you have to realize with this 9th generation, it still has the home button. The other ones don't have it. They've moved it from the home screen. So I can come right down here and I can be like, open Facebook. Go to Netflix.
How fast.
HSN.com. I could literally ask it to set up an appointment. That fluidity and that speed is my ADD brain on a today's special day at the end of the day. But more importantly, it kept up with me. It will keep up with you, and that's where, you know, tomorrow's Monday morning. You got to check your email, and that's one thing I do encourage people when you get it home, check your email. That's one of the first places we get information from school and from work and from family, and if that part's confusing, you might want to send it back, but you're going to notice, wow, oh, there's the family photos. There's the permission slip on Sunday night that I need to send to that printer you and Aaron had. Or better yet, Suzanne, I could come over here. I can sign it on the screen. Follow the little pen icon. Whoops, wrong icon. That's not a problem. You just collapse it. You hit the pen icon. I got different color pens over here. I need to sign it. I'm going to sign it real quick. Boom, sign my name, la, la, la. Send it to the printer if I'd like. Email it back. And even, Suzanne, there's a scanner built into here because of the quality of the camera. Come down here to your notes. You hit notes. You see the camera icon? You can take a picture or scan a document. I'll scan this real quick because our voucher got a little weathered. Boom. Scan this. This is the receipt to the hotel that I'm always so bad about turning in on time, or that parking ticket I need to get paid. It just hold it up and it will scan that document, boom, just like that.
That's great.
That efficiency comes in what you're investing in, but also I have a scanner at home. Every time I use it, I have to reintroduce myself because I use it 3 times a
Rarely,
year.
yeah.
What's the orientation? What's that button mean? But this, I have it with me all the time, so it's great.
All right, the countdown's on.
Oh.
You can see we have literally almost under 400 left, and that's it. I mean, it's our Black Friday deal. It's one of the best offers we'll do all season long for an iPad. I want to show you something else too. If you're trying to say, well, can the whole family use it, or will I find my interest? I just went to the apps area, and there's gazillions of apps. This one's must-have apps. This one's incredible apps, incredible iPad apps. This is top free apps. This is the best educational games for kids. Below that, we have the best streaming apps. This is the best apps for iPad OS 17, which was just released, which is really cool. Here, do more with the interactive widgets. What happens is if you have an interest, a hobby, a curiosity, if you want to learn something new, you will find an app that actually addresses that. I literally practice Mahjong on it because there's always yearly